This is test number 1 for my NEA project, basic workout logging. Now, the first test is we're going to be testing whether the program lets you add and remove sets. So I have the program up. I have a pre-made save file and a day I made. So first, we're going to quickly add a day. Now, in this day, the first test is if we can test to add 3 sets. So 3 sets, it works perfectly. And now I can remove 2 sets. It works perfectly. Now the boundary data. So I have a limit on the sets for 6 sets. So if I go up to 6, as you can see, once I click past 6, an error appears. So you can't go above 6. And now the next boundary test is below 0. So below 0, it gives you another error. So you can't do that as well. And then, yeah. So the next step is robustness. So if I spam click add set, you can see the system is completely fine with it. Next step is spam click this. System is completely fine with it. Yeah. The display updates correctly, so everything's working perfectly. So this test is working perfectly. Now the next one is adding a rest time for an exercise. So if I click this button, which is set, now I can set the rest times. So the first is pressing rest time. It works perfectly. And I think it was, yeah. So if I open and close multiple times, no freezing, no nothing, it works perfectly. So if I select 3 minutes, yeah, so it updates this display here, so it's working perfectly. Now if I pick the lower bound, so 1 minute, I pick 1 minute, and then I've got 10 minutes as well, so I can pick the upper and lower bounds. Next up is invalid behavior. So there are no options below 0, below 1, or above 10. So that's working perfectly. Open and close. Yeah, no errors. Yeah, that's working perfectly. Rest time. So set 5 minutes and start workout. We're going to set 1 minute just for the test purposes. And yeah, it works perfectly. Next up is adding and removing exercises. So for this exercise, I will be doing this. So we can remove exercises, and once you remove it, this message is displayed. Now, the secondary screen opens perfectly. If I spam click, works perfectly. Now, if I type cab, we can see a list of results show, bench, list of results matching this result. Now I'm going to do this one. Cable, insert, and we'll try any invalid data. So I do underscores and spaces, and they're both working correctly. So I've added cable tricep push down. Now I will add another exercise. Yeah, so these are properly. So if I click back and go back in, it's working nicely. Now we're going to check the save and load files. So this is test 1. I think the password is 123. I don't know. So login, test 1, 123. There we go. We're in the save file. So yeah, both the exercises were saved. Now we can also test the sets if it remembers the sets. I set this to, I think I set it to 2 minutes, right? Yeah, I did. We set this to 4 minutes, and this one to 1 minute. 2 sets, 0 sets, or we can add 3 sets here. So 1 minute, 4 minutes, perfect. So now close the program, and we'll reopen. Loading. Now we go in. 1 minute rest time, so it's working. 4 minute for this, and then 2 sets for this, so it's working. It remembers the sets, and I think I had 3 sets for this. I don't remember. Let's check again. Maybe there's a mistake in the program. Let's check. So, oh, this is the wrong save. Sorry. Test 1, 1, 2, 3. Test day. Okay, well, the set's not working. Well, I think I know what the problem is, though. If I go to, I was already having this problem before, but close. So change set. Yeah, so here's the problem. I didn't add the data manager for this, so that's my bad. It should be working now, though. But the exercise is saved correctly, so that's good. Now the sets just have to save correctly. So 2 sets, 3 sets. The rest times work perfectly, and yeah. So we'll go back. 2 sets, 3 sets. That's working. Kill it. And test 1, 1, 2, 3. Test day. There we go. 2 sets, 3 sets. So it's working perfectly. All the data is being saved correctly, and yeah. So that's working perfectly. Adding and removing sets works nicely. It shows all the results when you type an exercise. Yeah, so yeah. Yep, so it's working. And if you re-add an exercise, it just replaces it, because you can't add the same exercise twice, because if you're going to do that, you might as well just add more sets. So that doesn't make sense. So it just replaces it. And yeah, so all of this is working correctly. Quickly adding and removing, you can't spam remove because it only has remove for the things you have. But we can try, like you can't really click it too much, but so that's completely fine, that works. And if I type SQ in the box, it shows everything that matches, that works. And all of the workout changes are saved. So that's working perfectly. Next up is information button pressed. So that is this button right here. And yeah, so if I click it, an info button next to, so okay, for this example, we would do bench press, so barbell, bench press. Now if I type information, foundational compound chest press using a barbell on a flat bench. So that's the description for this one. Now if I add another exercise for this, the information cable isolation exercise, and that's for this exercise. So that's working perfectly. Okay. Yeah. Next up is, yeah, so if I spam click, you can see it closes or opens. And if I click this, so it's all working perfectly. The robustness is nice. It works. Yeah. Yeah, so info button, this test is completed as well. Next up is PR button. So PR opens when the button is pressed. So I'll press this, and you can see the name and the information is displayed. I have no data for this exercise because I haven't logged any exercises. So yeah, let's go into a different save file so we can test the functionality for that. Didn't kill it, yep. So this is the save file I used for testing and stuff. So yeah, so okay, we can add cable tricep pushdown. I have a lot of data on this one for testing purposes. Don't worry about that. That was testing. So as you can see, this is the PR button. It shows the PR weight I achieved. This is obviously a test data, not an actual data. And yeah, and it records the time it was achieved. And this one picks out all of your weights lifted from the last sessions. So as you can see, it shows all of the weights I've lifted. And say say for example, I lifted the same weight for five sessions, it will show a plateau, which means that the weight is increasing. So I'm not improving. So it will alert the user of that, and they will have to change something in their training. And then next up is this. It gets a percentage. So from Friday the 10th, I lifted 1 kilo, and the next session on that day, I lifted 12 kilos, and that's this much of an improvement. So yeah, and that adds up obviously because this is 100%, and then times by 12. Oh, look, 1 plus 11, 12. So that's that. So that's working perfectly. Let's now compare it to the table. So yeah, it opens. So let's open this. I think the first test is we're gonna check the robustness. So we just spam open. It works perfectly. If you press it again, it will replace the old screen. So you can see it's working. Yeah, it's working fine. So yeah, I opened it and where was that? Yeah, so I opened it and it was working. It displayed correctly, and last 5 sessions of weight displayed. So we don't have any exercises like this, so can't test this, but yeah, that works perfectly. We saw for the barbell bench press, I had nothing logged. We don't have a plateau, but that will display. We can quickly test that. So no, I don't want to test that actually. Yeah, so yeah, the percentage works perfectly as well. Next up is the weight graph. So in PRs, I also have graphs, so we can see this. This is the weight progression, and as you can see, it matches perfectly. So this is all time lifted, by the way. So yeah, okay. Okay, so yeah, this is all the way lifted, and the 10th of April, which is this, I went from 1 kilo to 12 kilos. So that's what this is. So you can see that it matches. I haven't logged anything in between this time, so there's a big like gap, but it works pretty good. So if I close this now, open volume progression graph, it's the exact same thing, just a higher, because your time's in weight times by reps. Next up is reps progression graph. And this one, the reps, yeah, the reps have been consistent. This one was 10, these were 12, 12, like 14, 12, 1, which was this. I was doing a test here, and then it goes up. And yeah, that's what we're testing now. If you press multiple, it will show the graphs combined together and with different keys, different colors. So yeah, that works pretty well. And there doesn't seem to be any errors for that. Yeah. Next up is the back button. So the back button is referring to this back button. We've already tested this, but this works fine. You know, I can try anything that works fine. Now the next up is start workout button press. So I will add a couple of sets. I will add another exercise. So barbell bench press is what we're going to use. I will add 3 sets. And for both of the rest times, I'm going to set them to 1 minute just because I don't want to wait as long. So now if I start the workout, as you can see, it works perfectly. The first test, so yeah, it works perfectly. Stopwatch appears and starts counting. So you can see that's working perfectly. And yeah, the screen changes, it updates properly. The back button is removed. Add workout, change sets, remove exercise, they're all removed. You only have the information and the PR button, so you can view your stuff. And then obviously you can like improve upon the way you done last session, so that works perfectly. And then we've got Right. So yeah, all of this is removed. It's working perfectly. The next up is tick button appears next to each exercise. And yeah, it does. This is to complete a set. The next is end workout button appears. Yep, that appears. And yeah, screen with boats with no exercise shown, no crash. So we'll check that out real quick. Don't look at that for now. Start remove. Start workout. No crash. End workout. No crash. Nothing happened. So that's working fine. Complete set. So this one, I will have to re-add my stuff real quick. And for the purpose of this test, I will do 3 sets, 2 sets, and then we'll start. Now, the first thing we're going to test is 1, 1. And I completed the sets. I've recorded 1, 1 as the weight and the reps. And as you can see, once I've done that, the 2-minute timer started. So that's working perfectly fine. And it's 2 minutes because I didn't configure the rest time after I just added this exercise. So it's 2 minutes. This will show a alert message. So yeah, we'll cut to that. Or we can wait that out. Put this one set. Now this is a rest timer for when you finish a set and you get to rest. And the timer is over. Rest time is over. Make sure to drink water. That works nicely. So yeah. Next up is we're going to test if the reps will trigger. So I have it set so if you have 12 or more reps, so we will do 25 reps just for this test. We'll do 12 for this one. So complete. And you can see reps mastered, increase the weight to 14.5. So it calculates the amount I should increase the weight by. So I was doing 12 weight. Since I got a good enough reps for this weight, I can increase the weight to 14.5. Next up is we'll just check 12, increase the weight. Yep, 12 works perfectly. Now, next up is, and as you can see, so for this one, I set it and then the rest timer set, and then I completed this exercise and then the rest timer went again. So it resets and it cancels the previous one. So that works perfectly. Yes, the rest timer works nicely. And next up, I'm going to put in a really high number sets. And as you can see, weight surpassed, rep surpassed, volume surpassed. So this calculates, everything that's been surpassed in this thing. And then say I add an even crazier number here. Oh, let me make sure it's correct. Yeah, and then rep surpassed. So that works perfectly. It's working. Now, yeah. So now the total time is 350. So I'm going to stop. Duration 350. And now this is the stats. So the first exercise, cable tricep push down, I did weight 1, reps 1. These two were to test the reps mastered section. And then this, yeah. So this shows the weight I lifted to get the PRs. And yeah, so that works nicely. So yeah, complete set works perfectly. Yeah, all of the alerts work nicely. And next up is end workout press. So I've already pressed end workout and it shows all of the results. So yeah, all of the results are working. Rest timer stops, the duration stops. It shows over here, and it takes you to the main menu. So this is the dashboard. Yeah, the dashboard, and yep, it appears the workout result pop up perfectly. We completed a workout for 3 minutes 50, so that works nicely. It shows all the statistics. We can test for. No, we can test for. Yeah, all of this result is working perfectly. The next step we're going to test is the export PDF. So if I click this button, clicked, and now if I go into gym tracking app, and I go to my, yeah, so it should be this one right here. Right. As you can see, it works perfectly. It clearly shows what you've done. It's the exact same thing as this, just in a PDF format. And this way you can print it. So I can print it now. So this is for the user to print. So that's working perfectly. And the next step is, yeah, so next up is, so this is where my own workout works nicely. Add and configure day. So this one, there's 2 sections to this. First off is add workout day. So you press this, keep pressing, works fine. If I add a workout day, so I could do anything. I could do, we'll say, so this is pull, we'll do push day. Confirm, it adds it to the bottom. So the dictionary adds it to the bottom of the dictionary and displays a message. So that works perfectly for these. And to push day, workout creation added. Yep. Next up is we'll leave the input blank. And a blank day is what is shown. Enter existing workout day. So if I enter push day again, which is already in the dictionary, duplicate workout name, nothing created again. And that works nicely. Next up is configure day. So I'm going to configure this day because I didn't mean to press nothing, for example. So we can edit the name. So we'll edit the name to leg day, confirm. And now this is configured to leg day. So that works perfectly. And let's say, for example, I didn't want it anymore. I can delete the workout and it deletes the workout. Now the next thing is, say we have pull day here. We will configure this name to leg day instead. But this is now leg day, goes to the bottom. But all of the uplifts are the same, and everything works perfectly. And yeah, and now say we delete. Everything is deleted now in that. So yeah, it works nicely, and yeah. Spam click this, works perfectly, yeah. So that's this done. So that was test one, which showed the basic workout logging for my NEA project.